Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and let's get into what the major announcement is. Oh my gosh. So, I have decided to quit my job at Shared News after 2 years of working there. This is a really big deal because I think this is like the first job that I have ever quit. I mean, like, that I can think of. You know what I'm saying? I've been in LA 3.5, almost 4 years. I've had a lot of temporary jobs. I've had, that are jobs for 2 to 3 weeks or 5 weeks. I've worked on campaigns. I've done a lot of freelance work. I've worked in the content creation space where I monetize all my videos and my content, so can't really quit that. But this job at Shared News I got 2 years ago, and I decided that it was finally time for me to quit and move on to the next chapter. Now, the reason this is such a big deal, other than the fact that quitting a job is a really big deal, especially when, you enjoy everyone that you work with. I had a great experience. It was easy work, to be fair. If you guys haven't checked out Shared News yet, I have been hosting different panels there and filming different celebrity and entertainment news content there, whether I was hosting by myself for a video or hosting panels with other hosts throughout the years. And I was getting paid hourly to work from home. And we did a few studio sessions with some of our hosts, which have been a lot of fun and super great. But for the most part, it's really just been an outlet and a job for me that I do at home that I've been able to just do really easy, where it just doesn't feel like work. However, after 2 years, I just feel like it is time for me to move on and open the door for myself for other opportunities to arise. Because, no shade to Shared News, but I just don't feel like, I can grow there anymore. I feel like I got everything out of it that I wanted to get out of it, and I just feel that, what I want to do as an entertainment correspondent and host is move on to bigger and better things and be able to host carpets and events more frequently and just grow my career to the next level. And I just felt like it was time where Shared News was, holding me back a bit because it was energy and it was time that was taking away from me growing my own platforms even further than they have already grown in the past few years since creating content with all things Zachary Reality. So I just felt like it was time. I've definitely wanted to quit for a while, and I started to slow down my hours. I think when I started, I was doing like 5 days a week, but when we would work, it was really only a few hours a day. And over time, especially in recent months, I've only been really working 2 days a week for only 2 hours at a time. So it really is a flexible schedule, which is why I stayed at the job so long as well, because it is an extra stream of income. However, I just got to a place where it doesn't feel like it makes sense to stay at Shared News anymore, because I really just want to focus on building my platforms, building my podcast, YouTube channel, and TikTok even further, and just creating the room and the space for the universe to present me with other opportunities. I just feel like this is a big adult decision for me, and I had to just do this for myself, where it was just time for me to move on. So I told my boss, and he obviously was okay with it and knew that it was time for me to move on as well. And I just hosted my last panel at Shared News, which I will link down below so you guys can check it out in the description. My time to go. I feel like I've gotten everything out of it, and I really just want to kind of focus on other opportunities I have coming up and focus on my podcast and YouTube channel and TikTok and some partnerships that I have going on that are really exciting. And I don't know. I don't think I've ever really quit a job before. So it just feels like maybe I'll be back. You never know. I feel like the door's always open. So just feels weird,
Yeah, well, you're killing it, and we all know that you're going to take over the world. And I cannot wait to see everything you do. And just thank you for helping me be a part of this. I've enjoyed doing these panels with you and working with you, and you will be so missed. But I know, I mean, I follow you on TikTok. I'll be liking, I'll comment, I'll see you quite a few times a day. So I won't, it's a goodbye.
And, there's always room to come back. And there's always room for, me to pop in there, or if I really do need to come back. Because what I'm going to be doing moving forward is the influencing life and the content creation life, which is crazy because what I really liked about Shared News, even if I didn't work there super frequently, is that there was stability, knowing that if I wanted to work 5 days a week, I could, or 4 days a week, I could, and then I can get paid hourly. And it was like the income and the stability. Another reason why I decided that this was the time to leave is, to be frank, I just got 3 new brand partnerships. I'm not going to say what they are at the moment, but there's 3 new partnerships that I'm working on. And I think it's really important when I get new partnerships or new campaigns, because they are project-based, that I really have the time to focus and put all my energy in them. And if I'm working at another job, that kind of takes away the time and energy I have during the day to focus on what potentially and is making me a lot more money. I have a great management team that I've been working with for the past 6 months, Rewired Talent, and I'm really just excited about, the opportunity to focus more on the influencing and more on the campaigns that I'm working with. So that is super, comforting and exciting, knowing that I will have solid income, the next few months, which is what is making me so nervous about, taking this leap of faith to begin with, the unknown, not knowing what is to come. Like, yes, I do have some partnerships, so great. I know what my income is going to be the next few months as I film the deliverables for those partnerships and, await the income that follows after. However, 4 or 5 months from now, I don't know what my money is going to be like. And I think that's one of the hardest parts about this space, is that you just never know what's coming, and you just kind of have to make your money monthly and weekly and just see what opportunities present themselves at the times that they present themselves. So that is really exciting, and I'm really just gonna try and figure it out. Like I said, I do have the next couple of months booked for myself. I'm also going to be going on a trip for a few weeks. I'm going to visit my cousin Kelly in Charleston for her graduation and see my other cousins and my aunt while I'm there. So I'm leaving May 10th, and I'll be in Charleston for 5 days. And then I'm actually going to head to New York right after that to see the rest of my family and stay at my friend's house who lives in New York City. So I'm gonna stay in New York for, I think, a week or 2. I haven't decided how long I'm gonna stay. I don't have a return flight home from New York yet, but I'll be getting in New York May 15th, and I plan on staying at least 2 weeks. So maybe there will be opportunities that will arise while I'm in New York. That could be super, super exciting. I'll bring my laptop, I'll bring my phone, so technically I am able to work from anywhere. But what I love about living in Los Angeles is there is a lot of opportunities here in the entertainment industry, and there is a lot of events that kind of keep me in the mix and keep me working and growing. And maybe there will be some opportunities for me in New York while I'm there, but of course I know I'm going to come back to LA regardless after a week or 2. But I want to just kind of get out of LA for a minute and really just clear my head. I am turning 26 in a couple of months, and I just feel like this is the time where life is changing for me. I'm entering the later half of my 20s, and I really just want to focus on getting established and creating a consistent income, which I know sounds crazy since I'm really going freelance and getting rid of that consistency. But I truly believe that leaving this job and taking this leap of faith will open up new opportunities, and it will also give me more time to look for other opportunities. I've always wanted a hosting correspondent job. I've always wanted to grow in that space. I studied broadcast journalism in college, and I've always just wanted to be an entertainment host. And I thought when I moved to LA almost 4 years ago at the age of 22 that I was going to find a full-time hosting job. And that's just not what happened. I, started working at AfterBuzz TV, and then I started working at Hollywire, and then Shared News, and the pandemic hit, which is why I started TikTok. and that turned into YouTube, and that turned into my podcast. And I realized how beneficial it is to work for yourself and make money on your own time and really, create this brand that I have for myself, which is Zachary Reality. But the reason I created the brand for myself was because I was trying to build my online resume so that I can get more hosting jobs. And after a couple years of doing that, now I'm able to make more money doing campaigns for different networks. Like I just worked on a campaign for Freeform. I've been working for Fox on a lot of the campaigns for their shows, like The Masked Singer and Special Forces and Farmer Wants a Wife. And I'm actually still going to be working for Fox. I think it is a little bit up in the air what the deliverables will be in the future, but I have been working with them for 7 months. So there is a little bit of stability knowing that I will be creating videos with them in the future regardless. So that is one of my part-time jobs. But as far as Shared News, which was my most consistent job over the past 2 years, it has come to an end.
These are the Shared News 2022 Bachelor Nation Awards. We are going to be discussing our favorite moments and people from Bachelor Nation this year, so stay tuned and let's put our hosts to the test.
Maybe I'll come back one day if it doesn't work out in a few months, but I definitely think that this is the right decision, and moving forward, I am just excited to focus on growing my podcast, which you guys can listen to, post every single week. I just had on Susie from The Bachelor, and upcoming next week I have on Arena from Love is Blind. So I really want to focus on ways to build the podcast, to build this YouTube channel, and to just build my social media presence so I can get more campaigns and make money that way. And then hopefully that opens the door to more hosting opportunities. And I think that this trip I'm taking right now is going to be really good for me to clear my head. I'm still going to be working regardless, even though I'm not going to be in Los Angeles, but it will be a few weeks away from my apartment here, which I love so much. See my doctor and my dentist while I'm in New York for the last time, since I'm gonna have to get my own insurance when I come back, since I'm turning 26 and will no longer be on my parents' plan. This year, paying taxes was a lot for me because last year I made a little bit of money, more than I was used to, so I had to pay a lot back in taxes. So that was kind of like an adult thing for me to get through that. And it's just been a lot of changes, and I really just want to be proactive and figure out what my next steps are, because I am growing up and I am adulting, and I just want more for myself in my career. And obviously I've come so far, and so many people have been supporting me throughout my journey online, and it's going to continue to get bigger and better, and I'm just excited about the next steps. So I really truly believe this is the right decision, and this will open up new doors, and I'm just excited for a change. And I hope that in making this decision, it brings more success and opportunities and money my way, because I have also been in this studio apartment for over 3 years as well, and I really want to be able to move into a 1-bedroom or even like a 2-bedroom, so one of them could be a studio. So I need to figure out what is financially the best decision for me to get to that next step of moving into a bigger apartment and getting more opportunities and hopefully meeting a guy one day. I want a boyfriend. So I'm just looking forward to change, and I just wanted to kind of share with you guys a little bit about this decision, in that sometimes you kind of just have to take a chance on things, and sometimes you have to be the one to quit when it's no longer serving you. And, sometimes you just need to know when your time is up. So thank you, Shared News, for everything, especially if you guys have followed me on Shared News and watched me over the past couple of years, and it's brought you to my channel, or that's how you found me, then thank you. But as far as everyone else from Zachary Reality, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I definitely hope to be creating lots more content in new ways, in upgrading ways in the near future. So I'm glad I got this off my chest, and I am just excited for what's ahead. So thank you guys so much for listening, and I will see you on Monday for my podcast with Arena. But follow me on Instagram and you'll know what I'm doing this weekend anyway. All right, bye guys.